Chronic inflammation is one of the major causes of disease and illness these days. Many people don't know how movement and yoga, breath, and strength, flexibility can help alleviate inflammation in the body. Let's get started with our morning practice to do just that. Let's ease through each movement. Let's stretch our bodies. Let's expand our minds. Let's awaken to this beautiful day. Let's start with a breath, taking a deep breath in through the nose, hold at the top, and slowly exhale. Just a couple of these. Inhale, deep breath in, and exhale. One last time, deep inhale, and exhale. Bring your arms out to the side, fingertips up, bring your chest forward, almost like you're pushing your hands on a wall on each side. Push, push, push them out, bring your chest forward. Take a deep breath in, expand the lungs, and then bring both arms all the way up. Look up, reach, reach, reach. Bring your hands behind your head and slowly drop your chin down to your chest. Keep your elbows out. And just a little sway from side to side. So we're just bringing the elbow towards the left side and the right. Doing this at your own pace, feeling this on the sides of your body as well as the neck. Exhale as you lower down. Inhale. Now make these movements a little bit bigger. Drop your head down a little bit more. It's okay to roll the shoulders a bit and then come up, reaching the elbow to the sky, and then switch sides. Down and up. Last one. Good. And coming up. Let's start to open our hips by placing our feet down. Now you're going to want to bring them wide enough so that when you go from side to side, your knee is almost touching your heel. Good. Drop it down. Good. And then right into our Baddha Konasana. So have your heels and toes to touch and just sit up nice and tall to start for this. Let's visualize a string pulling the crown of our head up to the ceiling. We're using the strength of our legs to push our knees down on either side. We're bringing our belly forward, lifting up. So much happening in this static pose. Feel this in your lower back, in your hips. Good, and release. Extend your right leg out and keep your left foot in tight, close to the body. We're gonna reach over towards the bent leg, the left leg, a little side stretch. And then drag the hands forward, reaching forward, and then try to reach for your right toes. Get a nice inhale, and then back the other way. Really rounding the body, nice and slow. And come up. Now we're going to turn a little bit more towards the right foot. So the hips are a little bit more square. Reach both arms all the way up and then exhale down. Try to just grab your toes to start with a flat back. Take a deep breath in, elongate the spine on the exhale. Try to release down a little bit further. Little movements with every breath. Telling our body it's okay to let go, it's okay to release. If this is too much on your right leg, you could do a little micro bend in the knee. Good. On your next inhale, come rise, reach up. Nice. Let's interlace our fingers, bring our chest forward. And then lower our hands all the way down, switching sides. So now we're going to extend the left leg out, right foot comes in, our hips are centered, and then reach over towards the left leg. And then side stretch, try to reach for the left toes. Look up if you can. Bring the chest forward. Good. And then we're going to drag our hands down. So walking our hands over from one side. Stretch. And then over to the other side. And then let's shift the body so that our hips are a little bit more square towards the corner of the mat, reaching both arms up on the inhale. Exhale, reach the left toes. Bring the lower abdomen, the lower abdominal forward as you reach. Maybe you just want to sit up and that's fine. Make gentle movements towards your leg. On every exhale, coming down a little bit more. Drop your head, a little bit of movement side to side. Try to relax into the pose, focus on your breath. And then slowly come up. Good. Come into all fours, so your tabletop position. And we're gonna come onto our feet, so onto our toes. Shift your hips back. And just do a little bit of movement here as you reach your hands forward towards the top. Coming side to side. Try to get your chin down to the mat. And then roll the body forward so you're kind of in your cow pose or cat, and then drop your hips down. Have your feet a little bit wider apart, shoulders away from the ears. So upward facing dog, feet a little bit further apart to start. Let your hips be heavy. Lift up. And then exhale, lower down to the mat. Grab the tops of your feet and pull them in for a nice quad stretch. Could rest your forehead on the mat or maybe even turn one ear, your right ear, to the mat. Really try to get those heels into your glutes, pushing your hips into the ground. And then release. Place both hands down on each side. Pull back up to your upward facing dog. Try to bring your toes to touch now. Little peek over the right shoulder. Little peek over the left shoulder. And then shift your hips back. Have your knees nice and wide once more. Come into a wide-legged child's pose. So knees go out as far as they possibly can. And then reaching forward, opening up the hips a little bit more. Option to bend the elbows, hands in prayer behind your head. Take another couple breaths here. Relax and stretch. Feel the energy, the prana, the oxygen running through your body. Could have a little sigh or hum. Let's activate our vagus nerve. And then slowly come up. We're going to do a little twist here. So keeping your right hand forward on the mat, just feed your left arm across the body and rest your left ear to the mat. Reach the right arm forward. Reach the left hand towards the left side, your right knee. And then come back to center and switch. Right arm goes under the left, reaching towards the left side, right ear to the mat. And then coming back up to center into your tabletop position, right into some cat-cow. So drop the belly, inhale, look up. Exhale, curve the spine, push the hands and fingertips into the mat, separating those shoulder blades. One more time, drop the belly, inhale. And exhale, chin to chest, roll the spine. Now I want you to stay in this position, really dropping your head and your neck and just create a little bit of movement side to side. And your hips are gonna move from side to side as well. So you can make little figure 8 movements here. Just make this feel good on your body. And right from here, we're going to tuck our toes and go into our downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet, hips are high. Take some nice conscious long breaths here, shifting the hips. And then lift your right leg up, three-legged dog. Right away, bend the right knee, open up the hip. Bringing the right knee up towards the ceiling or sky. Flex the foot, letting the left heel be heavy. Shoulders are square. You don't want to be turning too much as you open the hip. Focus on the upper body being straight towards the mat. And then we're going to come forward in like a high plank. Bring the right knee in towards the chest. Hold, hold, hold. And then release it down. Now you could bring your heel to the inside, outside, or just center. Bring your hands forward, a nice stretch on the inhale. Look up. Little back bend. And then exhale, lower down. You could rest onto your hands. Just enjoy this nice hip opening stretch. And then slowly come up. Give yourself another back bend if you'd like. Tucking our left toe. Swing the right leg back. Come into your three-legged dog once more with a straight leg. Flex the foot. Little pulses. Let's work the glute. And then slowly lower the right leg down. We're going to pick up the left right into our three-legged dog. Open up the hip on the left side, bending the left knee. Lift, lift, lift. Pull the belly in. And then coming into our plank as we take the left knee, hug it in towards the chest, pull it in, and then lower it down. So this could be in your pigeon pose if this feels right for you this morning. Bring your hands forward, lift up, exhale, release down. Option to bring your hands forward as well. Give yourself a nice stretch as you lower down further. Make sure you're not rolling left onto that hip. You're centered on the body. One last deep inhale, breath. And exhale. Bring your hands in. Another little stretch, tucking the right toe, sending the left leg back. Little pulses in your three-legged dog. Then lower the left foot, roll into your high plank. Lower your knees, arch your back, chest and chin. Let's push up to our upward facing dog. Inhale. To downward facing dog on the exhale. Pedal out the feet or enjoy a little bit of stillness here. And then lift the heels up nice and high. Bend the knees. We're going to do a little jump to the top of the mat, but bring your hands behind you and roll down. When you roll down, give yourself a nice head to toe, reaching your hands up towards the sky or over your head, looking up towards the ceiling or sky. Point your toes. Good. And take your left knee, hug it in towards the chest. Both hands wrapped around. Let's flex our feet. Let's make little circles with that left knee, one way and the other. And then extend the left leg, grabbing just behind the knee or the calf. You could have a little bend in the knee or fully straight, keeping your shoulders and head down on the mat. Relax into the pose. Make sure the right leg is firmly relaxed and planted down on the ground. And then bend the left knee, carry it over the side for a twist, over to the right. Reach both arms out to each side. And again, just like we did at the very beginning, flex your flex your hands and have your fingertips up like you're pushing against two walls, maybe looking over your left shoulder. Twisting at the waist here. Option to point the right toe, just stretch and intensify this stretch by engaging all your muscles. And then roll back up to center. Bring both knees into your chest for a quick little pause as we roll from side to side, bringing both knees into the chest. And then grab onto your right knee, release the left leg down. For our wind release pose, flex your feet, little circles with that right knee. A little bit of movement with the right hip. And then extend the right leg. Same thing, where we're just pulling gently, trying to get the right toes over our head. Remembering that wherever you are is exactly where you need to be. An option to do a little micro bend if you need to reach your foot a little bit further. One more breath. And then bend the knees, bring them into the chest. And extend both legs up for waterfall. Bring your arms up as well. Just do a little bit of movement. Point your toes, flex your feet. And right into a happy baby. Grab the outside of your feet. Bring the knees down. Shoulders are relaxed on the mat. A little sway from side to side. Good. And then lower the feet down. Bring your hips up nice and high for a bridge. Trying to keep your legs parallel, knees parallel. Really lift those hips up. And then from here, we're going to transition into a plow. Take your hands and scoot them underneath your lower back. So your hips are nice and high here. And then lifting one leg and the other, you're going to bring your knees towards your head. Now you might be stiff in the morning, so just take your time with this one. Bringing your hands right behind you. Try to bring your elbows a little bit closer. And then just be playful with this one as you extend one leg and the other over your head. Not going to go too intense first thing in the morning. So just straightening the right leg, straightening the left behind you. See if you could tap the ground or your mat. Good option to bring your legs a little bit further out in a straddle. It's a little bit easier. And then slow and controlled, we're going to lower our hips all the way down. And then give ourselves another stretch. Beautiful. And before we go into our final pose, we're going to go into our Supta Baddha Konasana. So our knees are going to fall from one side to the other, feet and toes to touch. Let's take a nice inhale, a big belly breath. So taking your right hand to your belly, your abdomen, left hand to your heart. Take a nice inhale, filling up your belly like a balloon. And feel it rise on the exhale, or lower on the exhale. Inhale, filling the belly up like a balloon, feel it rise. And then exhale, lower. And in this pose, try to eliminate the little space behind your back. So you don't want to arch your back too much. Lift your pelvis up. Let those knees open up. So engaging the abdominals, engage the abdominals, and remove the little space behind your back. And then when you're ready, releasing into your Shavasana. Don't skip this pose. I used to skip it, and it is a way for your body to store energy. Right now, it is taking in all the movement With each deep breath, relaxing the nervous system. Give your body this moment of stillness. This moment of gratitude. May we all have a beautiful, nourishing, loving day. A day where we see magic and beauty and the possibilities that our life can change and transform. The possibilities to let go of things that we can't control and bring in a moment of peace and knowing that everything is happening as it should. And that we should release at least a bit of the control that we like to place on ourselves in creating our own reality. Let's trust. Trust a little bit more in the process and trust a little bit more in the universe. On your next inhale, reach your arms up over your head. Give yourself a little bit of movement, a stretch. Reach your arms to the right and the left. And then slowly, when you're ready, make your way up to a comfortable seated position. Let's come together as we give thanks and gratitude for this beautiful practice. Thank you so much for joining me today on this beautiful morning. Take this positive energy that you now have and share it with all those that you love. Thanks again. Namaste.